idiots. They're filled with rhinos that are trying to push garbage. It is worthless and it does nothing. What is up, people of the internet? It is me, Real American, back in with a new video, and we have to talk about the disaster that is unfolding in the state of Florida. Yeah, that's right. Despite the fact that Florida is now a Republican state, despite the fact that Republicans win it every single year now, it appears that there are still a huge rhino problem in the Florida legislature, which is just crazy because this is Florida. We're not talking about some Democrat state or even a swing state anymore. No, this is a Republican stronghold. But despite all of that, the Florida legislature is ran by rhinos and it's coming down to the issue of immigration. And I cannot believe that an R+20 state like Florida is having fights over immigration. Now, before we continue, don't forget to like, subscribe, share with your friends, and of course, join the channel today. These are all great ways to support the daily content, but enough of the promotional stuff. We have to get into it because this is pathetic that a Republican state like Florida still has a rhino problem. Now, like I said, the issue stems over the issue of immigration, which is just crazy. It's the year 2025, yet you still got Republicans arguing over the issue of immigration? It's like, what are we doing? So let's get into it. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis is locked in a rare power struggle with a GOP-led state legislator over how to best carry out President Trump's immigration agenda, with lawmakers foregoing ahead with a crackdown bill that the governor's decried as swampy politics. And that's what this comes down to. The legislator's trying to push a garbage bill that looks like a bill that the Republican Party would create like 10 years ago. I'm not exaggerating, by the way. This is the comparison between Ron DeSantis' proposal versus the legislators. Like, the Ron DeSantis' proposal is damn good, right? It is very good, and I know people are going to say, oh, you criticized Ron in the past. Yeah, that doesn't mean that I think Ron is a bad governor. I still think at the end of the day, he's damn good. But idiots on Twitter and whatever, they're saying, oh, you don't like Ron DeSantis, so that's why you're not talking about this. No, I know exactly what's happening in Florida. It's a disaster, and Ron's actually pushing a good bill. The problem is the legislature is filled with idiots. They're filled with rhinos that are trying to push garbage. It is worthless, and it does nothing. In fact, it actually is pro-illegal migration. Yeah, the Republican Party in the state of Florida, despite being in a Republican state now, their legislator is fighting the governor of the state over immigration. This is pathetic, but that's exactly what's happening in the state of Florida. Foreshadowing the fight to come, the legislature promptly reconvened, ended the special session DeSantis called for, and opened a new session on its own initiative. Yeah, so Ron DeSantis, he called for a special session saying, okay, you're going to pass this bill, all right? Get back here now. But the state legislator said, nah, we're going to end the session immediately, and then 5 seconds later call their own session. And then they push for the garbage bill that thankfully Governor DeSantis has said he will veto, which it needs to be vetoed. Like I said, you could read over the whole bill, but these bullet points here, this is just bad. This is garbage. It's being pushed by rhinos that are pro-amnesty for whatever reason. It's a bunch of crap. The special session produced the Tackling and Reforming Unlawful Migration Policy, aka the Trump Act, and you could probably guess why they called it that. They're trying to make it where, oh, if you vote against this, you're voting against the Trump Act. You're a rhino. That's what they're doing here. All right, that's what the rhinos, the legislature, are doing. They're saying, okay, vote against the Trump Act. Vote against the Trump Act and explain to your voters why you did. It's scummy what they're doing. I mean, this is not a Trump policy. This is not America First. This is garbage. This is bullshit being pushed by rhinos. But that's what they did. They threatened anyone with this act, saying, okay, vote against it. Vote against this act and explain to your voters why you vote against the Trump Act. I mean, this is great policy. The governor's chief grievance is a provision that would shift power to enforce immigration law to the Agriculture Commissioner. Yeah, the Florida legislator in their hour of brilliance, said to themselves, okay, we have an effective governor that knows exactly what he's doing, and instead of letting him keep his powers to enforce immigration laws, we're going to give it to the Agriculture Commissioner. For those that don't know, the Agriculture Commissioner in Florida is one of the biggest rhinos you will ever meet. Conservatives have pointed out that the current commissioner, Republican Wilton Simpson, backed a 2014 bill that would have given in-state tuition rates to children who came here into the country illegally. Yeah, this is a Republican Agriculture Commissioner in Florida that supported this 10 years ago. And now the legislators saying, we want to give him complete power over immigration laws in Florida. Do you know why? Because he's for amnesty. He is for this crap. He is not conservative at all. That's why these rhinos are pushing it. They don't want Ron DeSantis enforcing laws because he's actually conservative. He will actually do his damn job. This bozo named Simpson, he's going to do nothing. And in fact, he's not going to enforce any law. Others say that since Simpson deals with an industry thought to rely heavily on seasonal migrant workers, he might be less inclined to enforce the removal of those here illegally. And that's another thing. We're not talking about a random industry. No. We're talking about an industry that relies heavily on migration labor. That's just a fact. They rely on it because it's cheap labor, and the industry's going to lobby to keep those migrants here no matter what. They knew by doing that they could stymie enforcement against illegal migration. They don't want to remove illegal aliens from the state. Some of them want cheap labor for some of these business interests, which Ron DeSantis is right here. That's what it comes down to. It's very corrupt, it's pathetic, but that's what's happening here. These businesses, they want the cheap labor. They want not American labor. They want illegal aliens in the state of Florida for cheap labor. Florida State House Speaker Daniel Perez, who's an awful Republican, he's got to go. A Republican who represents part of Miami-Dade County took issue with DeSantis' characterization. Everyone makes the assumption that illegal immigrants are in this country only to work agriculture. Perez told the Post in an interview this week. The facts are that 1% of illegal immigrants work in agriculture. Most actually work in hospitality. Who cares? I mean, this is the logic these idiots use. They're like, oh, it's only 1% of illegal immigrants. Yeah, that's still a lot of illegals. That's in Florida, that's a couple thousand at least. I mean, that's probably tens of thousands of illegals in that industry. But who freaking cares? These people should not be here. But this is a Republican speaker saying this. We're not talking about some Democrat or whatever. No, this is the Republican speaker of the Florida legislature. And he is saying, well, it's only 1% of illegal migrants that work agriculture. Okay? I don't care if it's 1%. I don't care if it's 20%. It doesn't matter. These people gotta go. But that's a Florida legislator right now. They are pushing this crap, and they're using logic like this to defend their actions, saying, oh, it's only 1%. This same logic is what the Republican Party used for years. That, oh, it's only 1 million, or 1%. Oh, it's only a couple million illegals. It's not the end of the world. Bullshit. This is horseshit. Being pushed by a rhino speaker that should be gone ASAP. I don't care who he's backed by, it doesn't matter. He is worthless. He's gotta go. But the fact that this is even happening is pathetic. But that's exactly what's happening in the state of Florida. I mean, this is the state of Florida for crying out loud. But thankfully, Ron DeSantis, despite all of this crap, is still pushing forward with actually enforcing the laws. Because just a day ago, Ron DeSantis made an agreement with ICE on illegal immigration enforcement. Florida state troopers will be trained/approved by ICE to perform immigration enforcement. Yeah, this is a real thing. So Ron DeSantis, he said, screw you guys. You guys are worthless in the legislature. We're going to work directly with ICE to deport these people. And that's exactly what he did. This is huge. This is a big win from DeSantis. I mean, the fact that we have rhinos opposed to this, yeah, there are rhinos in the state legislature, and like Sabatini says here, just 4 in one county in the state legislature that are Republicans are opposing this. It's like, wait, what? You're opposing Florida state troopers with working with ICE? Wait, what? Are you a Democrat? Because only Democrats really oppose to stuff like this. This is common sense. Like, yeah, state troopers should be allowed, or whatever in each state, should be allowed to perform immigration enforcement to help ICE out, and hopefully leads to a huge spike in deportations, because let's be honest, in recent days, the numbers have not been good. Now, it started pretty good. You know, the first couple of weeks, first couple of days, I should say, it was pretty good. It was going up and up and up. And the Trump administration, their main focus, of course, was on the more violent illegal migrants. But now it's slowing down. And of course, there's a bunch of reasons why that's happening. States like California, New York, Illinois, they're interfering with ICE. I get that. But even Trump and Homan, they're not happy. Like, NBC is saying that, yeah, Trump and Homan, they're furious behind closed doors. They want to increase deportations now. And a good way to do that is give state troopers in places like Florida, California, Texas, Arizona, etc., the power to actually perform immigration enforcement. But the fact that this is not passed the legislature, like the legislators actually voting against this, it's like, wait, what? The average Republican voter, no, at this point, the average voter in general supports this. They want mass deportations. They want to end birthright citizenship. But for whatever reason, you get these Republicans in deep red states that are pulling crap like this. It is pathetic that you have bozos like this in the legislature trying to stop this. It's like you guys are not representing any of your voters. And the scary part is, these idiots really think this is popular. They think this is what the voters want. No, the voters want mass deportations. They want real enforcement of the laws, not this crap of, oh, let's give the power of immigration enforcement to a RINO agriculture commissioner that sucks on the issues, that supports amnesty, is awful, over Ron DeSantis. This is stupid that this is even happening, but again, that's a problem with a lot of deep red states, even Florida. Florida has great senators, they have great congressmen, a great governor, but their legislator is ass. It is garbage. They have no clue what they're doing. These people gotta go now. And I'm hoping that a lot of these people, they get primaried out in 2026. Because there is no excuse for us to have these idiots pulling crap like this. I mean, this is just insane. I mean, like Sabatini said, 4 RINOs in a single county, Lake County, vote against this. Just in one single county. Now do every single county in Florida and you realize, oh, wait a minute, we have a problem here. But Republicans, hopefully in the state of Florida, they either wake the hell up and they actually work with Ron, or every single one of them get primaried out. But to be fair to some of them admitted that, oh, wait a minute, I was lied to about what was in the bill. They gave us 5 minutes to read the bill and I didn't realize this crap was in it. A lot of them did not realize that. But that should tell everyone why this bill is awful. That they try to ram it through at the 11th hour, and they gave no one any time to read it. They just said, vote yes on this, and call it a day. And that's what a lot of them did. And they realized, oh, wait. I did not realize that it gave power of immigration enforcement to the agriculture commissioner. That's not good. I did not vote for that. But that's what's happening in Florida. So hopefully Ron DeSantis holds the line. Do not bend the knee to these idiots. And hopefully Trump gets involved and helps Ron here, because this is stupid. But that's the Republican Party, right? These idiots, despite winning a huge victory in 2024 because of immigration, these idiots are back to square one in some areas. They really think, oh, if we go soft on immigration, we will win every election. No, you won't. You will win jack shit if you go down this route. But anyways, folks, thank you so much for watching. If you guys did enjoy, smash the like button down below, subscribe, share with your friends, and of course, join the channel today. Godspeed to all of you.